Hey all, hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here with a new video that's a Pathiri and mutton curry recipe. Many of you might be familiar with these recipe, but just sharing. Now firstly we'll be moving to the mutton curry recipe. Now this is the Kerala style coconut ground one. So firstly I'm grinding the pacha masala, that's green masala. So into the mixer I'll be adding handful of coriander leaves, mint leaves, and into it I'll be adding around 3 to 4 garlic cloves, 5 to 6 ginger pieces, medium sized ones, and jeera, that's cumin. So we'll be adding 3 to 4 green chillies. Now this depends upon the level of spice you want in the curry. So next we'll be adding cloves, that will be around 3 to 4, and next we'll be adding 1 star anise, and also we'll be adding around 3 to 4 cloves of ilachi, that's cardamom, and finally we'll be adding this cinnamon stick, that's patta. So don't forget to add few peppercorns to the mixer. Now I'm adding here half a cup of water to get that pasty consistency to this mixture. Moving on to the masala, we'll be cooking the mutton in the cooker. So we'll be preparing the masala in the same vessel. Now add around 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to the cooker, and also 1.5 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. So next we'll be adding few cloves and also around 1 bay leaf, 1 or 2. Then next we'll be adding 2 to 3 cloves of cardamom and also few peppercorns. Now this step is optional, but I'm adding this just to give that essence to the oil. And also you have to add 1 cinnamon stick if you want. Then next we'll be adding the onions. This is around 2 medium sized onions, thinly sliced. Now let the onion turn translucent and then add the tomatoes. This is around 2 medium sized tomatoes, thinly sliced, or even you can chop it. Then mix it well and let it cook for around 1 or 2 minutes. Now onions and tomatoes are nice and done. I can feel the aroma. Now next we'll be adding the masala that we have grind earlier. Now many of you might be using this green masala in your curries, but I have just seen my Velima using this recipe, so just continuing with the same. Now add a little bit of water to the mixer grinder and clean off the excess, add it to the cooker. Mix it very well and then add a little bit of salt to it, as this will make the cooking process quick. Here after 2 to 3 minutes you can see the masalas changing the color. Now here we'll add the raw masalas. So here I'll be adding around 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Now mix it all well. So here I'm adding a little bit of jeera, that's cumin powder. Now here we like jeera in our curries, as this keeps a bubble good too. And also add a little bit of pepper powder. Give it all a nice mix again. Now here we'll be adding our mutton. This is around 500 grams to 750 grams of mutton. So add it to the cooker and mix it very nicely with the masalas. Finally we'll be adding the meat masala. Here I've used Eastern meat masala. Now I'm adding around half a cup of water to the cooker just to avoid the burning of the masalas. Now give it all a nice mix and then cover the cooker with the lid and cook it for around 6 to 7 whistles. Next we'll be moving on to the coconut roasting. So into an iron kadai I'm adding around half cup of coconut, half or 3/4 cup, and then we'll be adding around 5 to 6 shallots, a few curry leaves, So we will add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and around 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. Now roast it well. Now I forgot to tell you, into the iron kadai I also added around 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Well, just to make sure there is no burning of coconut. Now cleaning is also important. It's all mess already. Let the coconut cool down completely and then grind it to a paste. Now let's check on to our mutton. It's completely cooked now. Now we'll be adding the ground coconut paste to the curry. Now this is the traditional curry, so this is the best combination with pathiri or any breakfast rice dishes. Now curry is completely cooked. Now next we'll be preparing our tempering, that's with coconut oil and shallots. So into a pan, adding around 2 to 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, and to it I'll be adding around 3 to 4 shallots chopped into small. And next we'll be adding a handful of coriander leaves chopped. And here adding around half a teaspoon of meat masala, and just be sure that when you're adding the masala the flame is turned off, or else the masala will start burning. Now finally adding the tempering to the curry, and your mutton curry is nice and done. Mix it well and cover it with the lid. Hope you all like the recipe. Do try and let me know. Now next we'll be moving on to the pathiri. So the rice flour I used was of double horse appam idiyappam pathiri puri. So you can see the whole description behind the packet. So I am making pathiris of around 2 cups of rice flour. So I'll be taking 2 cups of water into a vessel, and we'll be adding 1 tablespoon of coconut oil to it. Now adding salt to taste. Now don't forget this, or else the pathiri will taste very different. Now as soon as the water starts boiling, you will be adding 1 cup of rice flour first, then we'll be mixing it, and then you will be adding the second cup. Stir continuously while adding the rice flour to prevent forming lumps. When mixed properly, turn off the flame. Now cover the mixture with the lid and let it settle for around 5 minutes. Transfer this mixture to a wide mouth bowl. Now if you can, you have to start kneading it, or else allow it to cool to room temperature and then start kneading it. Now this will help you take a room temperature water in a separate bowl and keep dipping your hands in the water if you feel warm. Now I know your hands start turning red, but I feel it easier to divide the dough into 2 equal parts and then knead them separately and mix them together at the end. Now I know it's quite a good workout, but you have to punch and knead it, and knead it till you get this kind of consistency. Now start dividing the dough into small equal portions, and then we will be pressing this into the Puri Press. Do cover it with a lid or a cling film, or else it will start hardening. Here you have to spread a little bit of coconut oil to the puri or pathiri press. Then place the dough ball on the left side of your puri press and then start pressing it. Again, don't give too much pressure, or else the pathiris will start breaking. Repeating the same with the rest. Now many people just take a small ball and press it in the Pathiri press and don't use the rolling pin to roll out, and they just make Pathiri like that. But we like the nice Pathiri, so nice the thin ones. Now cleaning the Pathiri press, and then it goes back to the cover. You have to just clean it with a tissue or something. Now here all the Pathiris are nice and done in the Pathiri press. Now we'll be rolling it out. Here we use PVC pipes. Now this is the best rolling pin for Pathiri. Now you can take any round shaped lid and then just cut the Pathiri with nice round edges, and here's your nice Pathiri done. Now if guests are coming, we cut all the Pathiris into this nice round shapes, or else if it's for home, we just keep it as such. Now this is the one without cutting, and you can see it also gives a good nice round shape. Now make sure that your tawa or non-stick pan is hot enough. Keep it in medium flame and then gently place the Pathiri on the tawa and cook it over for around 30 to 40 seconds. Flip it over another side and cook around 30 to 40 seconds until light brown spots appear on the bottom surface. Again flip it and cook until it puffs up, and here your Pathiris are done. So here comes an end to this video. Hope you all liked my recipe. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.